All right, so if you're thinking, why would anybody choose a Dodge over a Ferrari? Well, let me tell you why.
I sat down by the ocean. It's that tears that I feel up with emotions. Could I taste them for real? Longing for you, oh, but I can't get back.
So the first reason, obviously, is the cost. But I was okay with the price of about $80,000 for a 02 Ferrari 360 with 26,000 miles. It was beautiful, it was perfect in every way, but I knew that the clutch didn't have any records on it, so that clutch was probably going to be $3,000 to $5,000. I absolutely knew that the way my luck goes, that this car with no warranty on it whatsoever, that's 16 years old, is going to break, and whatever breaks on it's probably going to be the most expensive thing on that car to break. It's going to need a tranny, or the motor's going to start smoking, or something is going to go wrong with the car that's going to break the bank, and I'm going to have a $80,000 flower pot in my garage that I can fill with sand and plant flowers in. Look, I have to think worst case scenario, because I'm going to have a payment on that thing. That just is how it is. Someone's going to say, why don't you just pay cash? Because again, I said this in one of my last videos, not doing that. One, I'm not rich. I just love cars. Two, the bank loans the money for pretty cheap. So another reason, speaking of banks, was the financing on a 16-year-old car wasn't the greatest in comparison to what I can get on a brand spanking new Dodge. But even if I got past that, the one big reason to just keep this short is everywhere I went when I was driving my friend's Ferrari for 2 weeks, the same car, 360 Spider, everywhere I went, although people were definitely impressed with the car, mostly young kids and guys were in love with the car. The reality of it is most people, let me just say this quietly, thought I was a douchebag. That just is what it is. They all looked at somebody, look, watch, you pull up in a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, that's what people think. Do I think it's right? No, I don't think that. I see them, I go, that's a pretty cool car. Okay, I'm lying. A lot of times I think that. But here's the deal. Let me tell you what happens when I pull up in this car. Everyone's cool. It doesn't scream out, hey man, I'm a douchebag, I have more money than you, I'm better than you. This says there's a personal preference I have towards American muscle cars. That's it. It's a hobbyist thing, if you will. Just the likes and views I have on my small channel proves that. When I pull up in this thing, there's really no judgment. It's just, what a cool car. I find that this car is universally loved, whether you're male, female, child, I mean, it doesn't matter. Senior citizen, my dad loves this car. It just transcends all economic levels, every demographic. People just love this car. I have yet to have somebody say, you know, I just don't like those cars. Now, if you saw my last video, people don't like Chargers. Just kidding. But they love that car. I love that car. So the reason I didn't buy that Ferrari, there's a whole bunch of reasons. A lot of it circles around the finances of it, the repairs, the cost to drive, the $2 a mile that I'm going to be, you know, spending on wear and tear, the modest depreciation if I don't drive the car, the huge depreciation if I drive the hell out of the car. I plan to drive the hell out of the car, and I plan to drive this thing as much as I can. I love this car. No technology, no good stereo, horrible air conditioning. I mean, you name it on that Ferrari, I was going to have to settle without or spend money to upgrade. The sticky buttons and the plain interior and all that stuff that happens on the Ferrari, you've got to be an enthusiast, I think, to be able to get past those things. I'm not. I just love cars. And this one satisfies everything I need. The speed, somebody says, what about the speed and the agility? This thing is plenty fast. As a matter of fact, when I look at the specs on this thing, they're almost the same as the Ferrari. The only thing the Ferrari has that this doesn't have is the cornering ability. Well, I don't plan on slaloming any hilly, windy roads. I don't plan on doing that. I just like the loud growl of this thing. How about the sound of a Ferrari? Sounds great. I like how this sounds more. And so far, everyone I've talked to does as well. But it is about personal preference. And for me, I don't need everybody to think I'm the richest guy at the restaurant that day or night. Here's what I need. I need something that when I get into it, the air conditioning is nice and cold, and before I even get into it, because I have the remote start, the navigation works, the windows roll up and down with a simple touch of a button. I don't have to wrestle and fight with it. I don't have to mess with the weird transmission. If I want to use the paddle shifters, I can. It's not jerky and hokey. I don't worry about it braking at a stoplight. I don't mind idling in the summertime in the heat because the car actually stays cool. Where the Ferrari, you see the heat going up and you start getting nervous knowing that a simple hose can be catastrophic with that car, or a belt snapping can cost you tens of thousands of dollars. I don't need that anxiety. I got a warranty on this sucker. It breaks, I drop it off and deal with it. And I pick it up in a few days and I keep on moving. So those are the reasons why I bought the Dodge Challenger instead of a Ferrari. And I appreciate you all for watching my channel. Keep subscribing, keep liking, and if you want to talk trash, keep talking trash. It's all good. I'm just glad you're watching. Take care.
I don't